From somewhere, donates $10. Are you from somewhere? They say, Tom and Ben, how are you guys? I found out there's a solicitor in Reading called Blandy and Blandy. Clearly this is made up. What do you think these guys are really covering up?
Oh, they're trying to go under the radar as the most boring people on Earth. Maybe they do like financial law or like will law, and they're thinking they can be just like real boring.
No, I think they do something really fucking cool.
Oh, but they don't want anyone to know that it's cool.
They want the normal people that would be into that thing to be like, ugh, Blandy and Blandy sounds lame.
Right.
And so they want to keep it like more tight. They want to get rid of most of the...
Right, make it like only people in the know.
Yeah, they get into it.
Right, so it's super niche and exciting.
Super exciting. Like cool flaming skateboarding or something.
Right.
Something
with jetpacks.
With jetpacks and and axe throwing at the same time. Like just doing this cool stuff.
Oh, you don't think it's like a front for a speakeasy, strip club, boozathon, drug house?
Blandy and Blandy. Yeah, but those often those like speakeasy type places often have kind of like weirder names already. Blandy and Blandy feels like it's a kind of funny, quirky name that it would work for one of those.
Maybe go in and find out. Give them a wink and a nudge and say like pineapples. See if that works, and then they tell you the secret.
Oh, but you got to be careful if suddenly Blandy is like, oh, pineapples. Wow, we don't get that requested often. Okay, come this way.
The shutters come down.
Yeah, the tarpaulins are rolled out. And he's like, oh, okay. Just pulls his clothes off and just 50 pineapples. Like, right, so where do you want them? Like, oh, God, no.
I don't want to. And it's like, well, just say the safe word anytime you want to stop.
Yeah, exactly. Because you only would find out about this place if you knew the safe word already.
Exactly.
And we don't want to repeat it to break immersion.
No, that's it. Now fetch the clamp, the electric clamps.
Oh, nice.
Be careful.
Yeah, you could run into some trouble. And just don't mention pineapples there. Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Will do. Find out.
Oh.
Maybe discover something about yourself.
You decide. GK Lee donates $12. Thank you very much.
Hello,
GK Lee.
thank you.
They've got a link. I'll just post that in. Please note, peepus. They say, howdy. There's 20 of us starting a Mordheim campaign next month.
Ooh.
That I've put a gang together for. Did you peeps ever play it? Make a warband? Have any interesting tales? Got pics of my warband now for table and terrain.
Ooh.
They're doing Skaven. There we go. Posting a link.
I never played a lot of Mordheim because it came out when I wasn't in a position. I was already playing other things, and it didn't really take off in our local store. I played a lot more Necromunda. And then by the time I did think about playing Mordheim, everyone had already figured out the cheese meta, and no one wanted to play properly.
Yeah.
I never got into it.
Yeah, we played a couple of Mordheim campaigns, and I always liked it, but I do think I preferred Necromunda. I think Necromunda was more balanced.
But it's got a nicer mix of shooting and combat, I suppose, isn't it? Whereas Mordheim...
Well, I think because Necromunda was... I'd say you're looking at most of the fighting is done through shooting. Whereas... like shooting gangs in Mordheim would often just do better because most of your plebs are all the same combat abilities as a guy with a bow.
A guy with a bow isn't really much worse than a guy with a sword at melee.
That range gang, if they can drop 2 models, 3 models before you even make it in, and then you just fight each other, the combat gang is not that much better.
Yeah, you don't have enough of an advantage when you hit combat.
And those numbers would usually outweigh. But yeah, these look
awesome. I love the bases.
Super fucking good. The bases look super rad. Love that you have this little nerd who was on the Plague Monk sprue.
Yeah, I think so.
The tiny little Plague Monk.
The little rat. And you've used all like the Mordheim, not Mordheim, what are they called? Underworlds guys who are like super dynamic, like these jumpy assassins and stuff.
Yeah.
Perfect for Mordheim.
Oh, there we go.
The
yeah,
little
those little
boys.
guys. Yeah, I like those dudes. Very, very cool.
Yeah, that looks a great gang. And the bases and the color scheme bring it all together. They definitely, they all fit.
Yeah. But yeah, one of the other gangs I made, I played using Witch Hunters.
Oh, yeah.
And because one of the cool things you could do with Witch Hunters was dual pistols. And they were super expensive and so bad in the game.
Oh, no.
And that Witch Hunter gang was awful. I loved it.
Yeah.
Because there was a bunch of really cool Witch Hunter models. Had those.
Well, who doesn't want those hats, man?
Great hats, dual pistols, walking around the streets. Blam! Take that.
But that was back in the day when they decided that like item rarity should play a part in points value.
Oh, yeah.
So like las cannons in Necromunda cost like 480 credits. And they were shit. Who needs a las cannon?
I did play a Delac gang with a las cannon. It was amazing.
And same with pistols. They're rare, so they cost more.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, it didn't
that's not how you balance a game.
didn't work out in gaming terms.
Because they're not that good.
But yeah, remember like when we were playing, it was during when I had my Witch Hunter gang, there was someone who had bought a box of plastic gutter runners, armed them all with slings, literally left them on a movement tray, and would just move down a street, and because they could fire double shots with their slings, just fire 40 shots, blam! And sure, they're hitting on 5s and wounding on 5s, but
That's a lot of shots.
it's still a lot of shots. And when you're like, I've got light armor, I get a 6-up save. Like you could, like it would just do so much damage.
Yeah.
and it was awful. It was not fun to play against
No.
ever. And
That sucks.
so yeah,
That kind of kills it.
yeah, like it really like broke the campaign. In turn, a lot of people were just like, I'm not playing that guy. Like it's just not fun to do. So well done to you. In turn, if you want to ruin all of your friends' campaign, take that build because God, it's fucking good.
Very strong.
Very strong.
I guess it depends on what scenery and terrain you're using, right? Like if it's lots of little thin alleyways, you can't pull that shit off as easily.
Yeah, but even if you move them individually, you still get to fire a lot of shots.
And then you're still... There's no penalty for you having a melee weapon when in close combat. That's the real problem.
Yeah.
That sling is still okay in close combat.
Yeah. Like, you still have a knife. And like, yeah, you guys can still just stab someone. And if you just roll badly when you go in to fight them, just do terribly. Ooh. You ban that. 25% of models can have ranged weapons.
Ooh.
Instantly helps. Is instantly good. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
That
sense.
helps a lot. I always wanted to make a Carnival of Chaos gang because those models were amazing.
They look so good. Like a well-made Carnival of Chaos gang looks fucking cool.
Just super rad.